Hello everybody, how you doing? I'm just want to make a video about something that I saw come up recently. I thought was interesting. Um, so as a lot of you already know, my mother-in-law has had to move in with us, and she still attends the meetings at the Kingdom Hall, and she takes my kids with her when she goes. And I don't have a problem with that. And I told them that, and I support their decision in whatever they do. So, that's always been the thing. And so recently she's had to have surgery, and so she's having to recoup at home. And the kids still wanted to go. I think my daughter more than my son, but they wanted to go. We were just going to drop them off and then pick them up afterwards, and they didn't like that. They wanted somebody to actually go in there with them, and I even bit the bullet and went in there. I took them Sunday, and I went in there with them and sat in there, and it wasn't so bad. I mean, the people there are actually really nice. They're always very nice to me, and there's a good group of people. But I told them, I said, I'm not going back. I mean, regularly. But anyway, that's all besides the point. But the what I wanted to say was, a couple of weeks ago, one of the somebody actually came and would pick them up, and they didn't like that. The kids didn't, just simply because they didn't want to put anybody out. They didn't like that. But we're not going to go in there with them, so they're kind of in that position now where they're having to have somebody pick them up. But anyway, so a couple of weeks ago, a brother in the congregation, an older elder, picked them up, and I had happened to be outside enjoying the sunshine when they were brought home. And he asked me if it would be okay if they went and got a pizza. If he went and got a pizza, came back, and we all sit down, ate, and talked. And I said, sure. I don't have a problem with that. So we actually sat and talked for a couple hours, and I was able to let him know about how I think about things, and how these viewpoints have changed and why they've changed. We talked about the Australian Royal Commission. He didn't, of course, didn't know anything about that, or at least he claimed he didn't know anything about it. But this guy happened to have, he used to be a circuit overseer some years back, and he's really a nice guy. I really like him. He's very down to earth, and the nice thing about it is I had the kids there with me when we were talking. Excuse me. So if something happens, they'll be able to see how how that plays out, and maybe that'll affect their decision. Hopefully nothing will, just simply because I don't like controversy. I just like to have peaceful conditions no matter where I am, and that's just how I am. But anyway, but nothing has happened since then, as far as anybody's feelings towards me. Nobody mistreats me or anything like that. But I just, that being said, I wanted to use that sort of as a segue as to what this video is really all about. And what it's about is having to do with the recent ban on the activities of JWs in the country of Russia. So the idea is, so last night the kids went to the meeting. That brother came, picked him up. So I was actually outside when he drove up, and so he got out and he told me that they've got this big thing going on where the society drafted this letter, and they're wanting all the congregations to take as many as they can, as many of this this letter that was written, as many as they can, and send it to a member of the Russian Supreme Court. And so they gave out a bunch of these, and then a letter showing the address, the name of this man, and the address. So I am attaching, along with this video, a screenshot. I had to, because I didn't want anybody to see me. I wanted to scan it so that I can do it that way, but I had to kind of do it on the down low, just because I don't want the kids. I don't want my kids getting upset. At least, not at this point in time. So I just did a screenshot using my phone. So I'm gonna attach this on here so that you can see that. And of course, they're urging all the witnesses to send out as many as they can. And of course, sending that out is international postage, which is going to cost you a lot more. But they're hoping to get several billion letters into this person. So I personally am going to write my own letter stating that, although in my opinion, just as part of the American culture, that I feel there's a freedom of religion, and I have no problems with the Watchtower operating. I know many of you would like to see the downfall. If that happens, so be it. If there is a downfall, so be it. I'm not going to be upset about that, not by any means. However, I don't feel that necessarily a ban, in as much as placing people in a position to be arrested if they're going to practice. I really don't see that as being a problem, as far as people having the freedom to do that, even having the freedom to proselytize. My concern is just simply because I don't like the attitude they take and the policies they take regarding child abuse. That's just bottom line for me. I don't like that. And I don't know, I'm sure that happens in Russia as well as anywhere else. However, what my letter is going to be, I'm just going to write one. I ain't going to just inundate it with just this one letter. I'm just writing one letter stating that if you want to keep, if you want a long time, the idea is they want to liquidate their assets, liquidate them and get rid of them. I say let them go, but just tax them. And that's just what I'm going to do. So I'm going to attach the pictures, both the pictures, one showing the letter, one showing the address. If anybody wants to write and say what they want, if you want them to ban it or whatever, but you'll have that picture is going to show you the address of where to send that to, if that's what you wish to do. But I just wanted to share that with everybody. I emailed some showing this letter so that they can see it as well. But I just want to share that with everybody, if you want to act upon that or whatever. But that's all I wanted to say. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm doing well. Just had some physical therapy for my shoulders, so I feel pretty good. And I'm going to go home now. So y'all have a good day and weekend coming up. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you later. Enjoy your day. Love you. Bye.